Okay, today we're going to look at the magic wand, but before I do, I just want to remind you that whenever you're using the magic wand or the auto digitizer, you should set your pull compensation to 4. So I'll just remind you how to do that. It was in the pull compensation video, but just select your object properties box, go down to effects. The others tab will bring up the pull compensation, drop down your menu and select 4 and go OK. Right, let's go to our picture view, and I'm just going to open the butterflies picture we were using in the previous video, and so we open that, and we're going to prepare the artwork for Magic Wand. Now in the previous video we used the artwork preparation, but there is another tool available, the outlined artwork preparation, and because this picture has got outlines around it, we can use that tool instead. And what that does is everything within an outline, a black outline, will be converted to one solid colour. So it is another way of achieving those nice clean outlines and solid colours. So we'll select that one and the box will open, and you can see the available colours there are 20. We've got a colour tolerance bar here, and if we look at the picture, we can see that the butterflies' bodies have turned black. They were grey. So what we need to do, it's a bit like adjusting your photocopier darkness. If you go this way to the right, you'll just see the outlines while you're dragging this arrow. You'll see that if you go too far, everything turns black. If we go left, we get to a point where there is just an outline around the bodies, and that's what we want. So depending on your picture, just adjust that till you get your nice black solid outlines with no lumps of black. When you're happy with that, go OK. And that's now adjusted that. If I zoom in, we can see that we have got our nice clean black outlines and no pixelation around the lines at all. Alright, let's zoom out. So now we can go to the design view. Now the difference between the auto digitizer and the magic wand is that the auto digitizer digitizes the whole picture, whereas the magic wand we can just select whichever part we want. So if we only want to digitize one of these butterflies, we could just take our magic wand, left click on it to select it, and if we look down the bottom it tells us what to do. Click on an area of the image. So let's choose that part there. Now it shows you the area it's going to digitize, and we look back to our instructions down the bottom, press enter to stitch area. So we'll just press our enter key and it's turned into stitching. Now of course I could have selected the colour before I did that. I'll just change the colour now. So if I select that area, it'll turn pink, and I'll change the colour to red. And if I hide the picture, we can see the area digitized. I'll bring my picture back again. You'll notice when I hide the picture, I'll just get rid of it again, that I can't use my magic wand because there's no picture to click on. So we must bring our picture back, and we can continue on. Now we need to set the colour beforehand. If we're going to do a lot of areas the same colour, it's easier. So I've set it to red, select my magic wand and click the next area, press enter, the next area, press enter, and the next area, press enter. Now I'm going to do the yellow, so I'll choose my colour, yellow, and select the first, press enter, next press enter, next press enter, and next press enter. And now the grey for the body. So I'll just select a grey colour, and there's my body, press enter. Now there is a drawback with the magic wand in that when we come to the outlines, it is difficult sometimes to actually get a good outline. I'll just select the black outline here for instance, and if I zoom in, you'll actually see there's 2 white lines going around the outline. That's because it's actually treating the outline as an area, not as a single line. It's not going to create a line. Even if I select outline over here, what I'll get is two outlines, one on this white line and one on that white line. I'll just press enter to show you that. Let me just choose a colour that's going to really stand out. Let's go blue so you can see, and I'll press enter. And I'll zoom right in. And actually it didn't create any lines at all in the centre. Let's zoom out and zoom back into the outer outline even further. And it has created a single outline there. Sometimes, well actually it does funny things. Sometimes it'll create two lines, sometimes one. If I just go back to show all again, if you remember it had selected all these other areas but it hasn't actually created an outline. If I just undo that, if I leave it as a fill and even go satin and select it again, okay, and go enter, it's actually filled it with a satin fill. But if I zoom in, and it's actually got all the lines this time, but the satin stitch all goes in one direction because it's a fill, not an outline. I'll hide the picture so you can see that even better. Right, and we'll just move across here. Whoops, just a little bit. So you can see because the satin stitch is going in that direction, when you get here you get long stitches going like this, and then you get short stitches around here. Unlike the auto digitizer, which made that a proper outline and the satin stitches radiated around the area. I'll just go back to show all. Bring my picture back and undo that outline. Sometimes too, let's show all again so we can see that. Sometimes when the outline is very close to the edge and you select it, it will actually take the edge of the drawing. And so if I go enter now, it will actually fill this whole white area in because that's what it's actually outlined. So you can see, and I had that on a satin, so that's not very happy at all there because those stitches are far too long. But you can see how there are problems there. So while Magic Wand has its place, it can be problematic. The best use for it is if you wanted to digitize something out of a piece of artwork that had a lot of other detail in it that you didn't want, and you didn't want to spend a long time editing your artwork before you started. So if it was me, I would use the Magic Wand in order to digitize areas of a picture that I only wanted part of the picture digitized, and then the finer details and the improvement of the design I'd do later manually. If you like this video and my other videos, please click on the subscribe button so you don't miss my future ones, and also please rate the video. Thank you.